Close your eyes and imagine the misty mountains of the eastern Himalayas, where ancient forests climb steep slopes and bamboo grows thick beneath towering evergreens. The air is cool and damp here, somewhere between 2,000 and 4,000 meters above the sea, where clouds drift through the trees like slow-moving rivers. This is the realm of one of nature's most enchanting creatures, the red panda, and tonight we'll journey together through their peaceful, tree-bound existence. Picture now a creature neither quite bear nor quite raccoon, but something wonderfully unique. The red panda was the first panda ever discovered, described by French zoologist Frédéric Cuvier in 1825, nearly 50 years before anyone knew the giant panda existed. When Cuvier first laid eyes upon this remarkable animal, he proclaimed it the most beautiful creature he had ever seen. He gave it the scientific name Ailurus fulgens, Latin words meaning fire-colored cat, capturing the essence of its striking russet coat that seems to glow like embers against the green forest backdrop. Despite sharing the name panda with their much larger cousins, red pandas are not closely related to giant pandas at all. For many years, taxonomists debated where these creatures belonged in the tree of life, assigning them first to the raccoon family, then to the bear family, unable to find quite the right fit. But modern DNA research has revealed a beautiful truth. Red pandas belong to their own unique family entirely, called Ailuridae, and their own genus, Ailurus. They stand alone in the tapestry of evolution, a single thread unlike any other, though genetic studies suggest they share distant kinship with raccoons, weasels, and otters, members of the order Carnivora, even though their diet tells a very different story. The word panda itself carries meaning that connects these two unrelated species. It comes from the Nepali word ponya, which means bamboo-eating animal or plant-eating animal. This shared name reflects not family ties but parallel paths. Two different creatures who, through the patient work of evolution, both came to depend upon the same remarkable plant. The Chinese call the red panda fire fox, another tribute to that brilliant reddish coat, while some English speakers refer to them as lesser pandas, though there is nothing lesser about them, only smaller, only different. Now let us look more closely at this fire-colored creature. Red pandas are about the size of a house cat, with bodies measuring roughly 20 to 25 inches from head to rump, weighing anywhere from 6 to 14 pounds depending on the individual. But what truly makes them distinctive is their magnificent tail, which stretches another 12 to 20 inches behind them, nearly as long as their entire body. This bushy, beautiful tail serves multiple purposes we'll explore, but for now, simply imagine it, thick and fluffy, marked with alternating rings of red, brown, buff, and cream, ending in a darker tip like a paintbrush dipped in shadow. Their fur is nothing short of spectacular. Their coat is primarily a rich russet red or orange-brown across the back, fading to a softer reddish-brown along the sides, with a striking contrast of jet black on the belly, legs, and the lower portions of their body. This unusual coloration, dark below and bright above, serves a clever purpose. When predators like snow leopards or jackals look up from the forest floor, that dark belly blends into the shadows of the canopy, making the panda nearly invisible from below. Meanwhile, from above or from the side, their reddish coat camouflages perfectly against the red-brown moss and lichens that grow on tree branches in their mountain home, and their coloring mirrors the yellow-orange-red autumn foliage of the temperate forests they inhabit. But their face, their face is where the real artistry appears. Their faces are predominantly white, with distinctive reddish-brown tear marks that extend from their eyes down to the corners of their mouth, like trails painted by an artist's careful hand. Scientists believe these markings might serve to keep the sun's glare out of their eyes, much like the eye black worn by athletes. Above their large, dark eyes sit small, rounded ears that stand alert atop their relatively large heads, large at least compared to their body size. The white facial markings are luminescent in quality, bright enough that mothers can spot their lost cubs even in the darkness of the forest night, a beacon guiding families back together. Their fur itself is a marvel of engineering, a double-layered coat consisting of a soft, dense undercoat covered by longer, coarser guard hairs. This two-tier system provides exceptional insulation against the cold mountain climate where they live, where temperatures can drop considerably, especially at the higher elevations they favor. The guard hairs on their back can measure nearly 2 inches long, creating a protective outer shell that repels moisture, while the fluffy undercoat trapped beneath provides warmth like a built-in down jacket. And that magnificent tail? They use it as a wraparound blanket, curling it around their body when they rest or sleep in the cold, adding an extra layer of warmth to keep them cozy through the chilly mountain nights. Let your breathing slow and deepen as we rest here in the canopy with these beautiful creatures, warm in their russet coats, balanced on branches high above the world. Now that we've met this remarkable creature, let us follow it through its day, watching as it pursues the activity that defines most of its waking hours, the endless search for food. For despite being classified in the order Carnivora alongside lions, wolves, and bears, the red panda has chosen a very different path. Bamboo makes up approximately 95% of the red panda's diet, an extraordinary commitment to a single food source. Though they belong taxonomically to the carnivores, sharing that classification with fierce hunters and meat eaters, red pandas have become almost entirely herbivorous, dedicating themselves to the consumption of this abundant grass-like plant. In the misty mountain forests where they live, bamboo grows in dense stands, providing a reliable food source year-round when so many other foods disappear with the changing seasons. It's a paradox of nature, a carnivore's body sustained by leaves. But here's where the challenge begins. Red pandas have a simple carnivore stomach and a short digestive tract, an anatomy designed for easily digestible foods like meat, not fibrous plant material. Unlike true herbivores, cows with their multi-chambered stomachs, or rabbits with their specialized cecums, red pandas lack the complex digestive machinery needed to efficiently break down tough plant fibers. They have no specialized microbes in their guts to ferment cellulose, no extended intestines to slowly extract every possible nutrient. Food passes through their system remarkably fast, moving from mouth to elimination in just 2 to 4 hours. Imagine trying to live on a diet your body wasn't built to process, and you'll begin to understand the red panda's daily challenge. Because of this digestive inefficiency, they can only digest about 24 to 25% of the bamboo leaves they eat, and about 45% of the tender shoots. The rest passes through their system essentially unchanged, its nutrients locked away in fibers their bodies cannot break down. This means that for every mouthful of bamboo consumed, most of its potential energy is wasted. It's an extraordinarily inefficient way to live, and it shapes everything about how red pandas spend their time. To compensate for this poor digestive efficiency, red pandas must eat enormous quantities, between 2 and 4 pounds of bamboo daily, which represents 20 to 30% of their body weight. Imagine if you had to eat that proportion of your weight every single day. That would be like a 150-pound person consuming 30 to 45 pounds of food daily, just to maintain basic energy needs. For the red panda, this isn't gluttony, it's necessity. A female red panda might consume approximately 20,000 bamboo leaves in a single day, strip by patient strip, leaf by careful leaf, in an endless cycle of eating that defines her existence. This enormous food requirement means they spend between 8 and 13 hours every day feeding. Picture them now in your mind's eye, perched on a sturdy branch, grasping bamboo stems with their dexterous paws. They sit, stand, sometimes even lie on their backs while they eat, bringing food to their mouth with a single forepaw, holding each piece delicately as they strip away the leaves. They're not rushing, not gulping down their food, but methodically working through stem after stem, leaf after leaf, hour after patient hour. Their lives become a gentle rhythm. Eat, rest, moving through the day in cycles determined entirely by their need for constant nourishment. But red pandas are selective in their consumption. While their habitat might contain 40 different species of bamboo, they feed regularly on only 1 or 2 preferred species. In China's Qionglai Mountains and Wulong Reserve, approximately 90% of their diet comes from a single bamboo species, Bashania faberi. They choose the most nutritious parts, tender young leaves and fresh shoots when available, avoiding the woody stems that even their strong jaws and robust teeth struggle to process. This selectivity is crucial. By choosing the most digestible portions, they maximize what little nutrition they can extract from their challenging diet. In Liangshan Mountains, their primary food is Kyangshuia bamboo. In Singalila National Park, their diet shifts between Yashania maling and Thamnocalamus spathiflorus bamboos, supplemented seasonally with bamboo shoots and various fruits. To help them handle bamboo with the precision required for such selective feeding, red pandas possess a specialized anatomical feature called a pseudo-thumb, an enlarged wrist bone, technically known as the radial sesamoid, that extends from the base of their paw and functions like an extra digit. This false thumb opposes their other 5 digits, giving them an extraordinarily versatile grip. Watch them work. They grasp a bamboo stem with this pseudo-thumb and their other digits, holding it securely while they strip away leaves with their teeth, manipulate shoots, and process their food with a dexterity that seems almost human. Interestingly, giant pandas have evolved this exact same feature independently, a remarkable example of convergent evolution, where 2 unrelated species faced with similar challenges develop virtually identical solutions. For the red panda, this thumb originally evolved to aid in climbing trees, only later becoming adapted for handling their bamboo diet. Feel yourself growing heavy with contentment, like a well-fed panda settling into rest, the gentle ache of satisfaction after hours of patient feeding, ready now for peaceful sleep? Now that we understand how these gentle creatures sustain themselves, let us follow them through the rhythms of their day, watching how they move through their world both on the ground and high in the forest canopy where they truly belong. Red pandas are primarily crepuscular, most active during the twilight hours of dawn and dusk when soft light filters through the forest canopy. As the sun rises, painting the mountains in shades of gold and pink, they emerge from their sleeping places to begin their morning foraging. As evening approaches and shadows lengthen across the forest floor, they stir once again, moving through the branches with renewed purpose. Some researchers have also noted nocturnal activity, particularly on moonlit nights when visibility is good but predators are less active. During the brightest hours of the day, when the sun climbs high and temperatures rise, they prefer to rest, conserving their energy in preparation for the next feeding session. Speaking of rest, red pandas sleep for up to 13 to 17 hours a day, a necessity given the poor nutritional value of their bamboo diet. All those hours of eating barely provide enough energy to sustain them, so they compensate by sleeping extensively between feeding bouts. When you eat food that gives you so little fuel, you must conserve every bit of energy you can. Their lives become a careful balance. Eat, rest, the cycles repeating endlessly as they extract just enough nutrition to survive another day. Where do they sleep, these tree-dwelling creatures? They typically rest or sleep in trees or other elevated spaces, choosing branches high above the ground where predators cannot easily reach them. On hot days, you might spot one stretched out prone along a thick branch, legs dangling on either side, belly pressed against the bark to maximize contact with the cooler surface, looking for all the world like they've melted across the tree. But when cold settles into the mountains, their sleeping posture transforms entirely. They curl up tightly with their hind limbs drawn over their face and that magnificent tail wrapped completely around their body, creating a self-contained ball of warmth. That bushy tail becomes a wraparound blanket, covering their face and tucking around their curled form, protecting them from the biting mountain winds and frigid night air. When temperatures drop especially low, they employ an even more remarkable adaptation. In extreme cold, red pandas can enter a state called torpor, a type of deep sleep that reduces their metabolic demands and allows them to conserve precious energy. During torpor, their core body temperature drops, their respiration rate slows, and their heart rate decreases, their entire system downshifting into an energy-saving mode. It's not quite hibernation, but a controlled reduction in activity that helps them survive periods when the cold would otherwise force them to burn through energy reserves faster than they could replace them through eating. This ability to reduce their metabolic needs when conditions become harsh is yet another adaptation that allows them to survive in their challenging mountain environment. But red pandas are not merely sleepers and eaters. They are, above all else, climbers. They are excellent tree climbers and spend most of their time in trees, moving through the canopy with remarkable grace and confidence. Their entire body is designed for arboreal life. They possess sharp, semi-retractile claws that can extend for gripping and partially retract like a cat's, providing them with exceptional purchase on bark. Their ankles are extraordinarily flexible, with the fibula and tibia bones attached in such a way that the fibula can actually rotate about its axis, giving them an almost supernatural ability to change the angle of their feet. This ankle flexibility grants them a capability that few animals possess. They can climb headfirst down tree trunks, descending with their head pointing toward the ground, their flexible ankles allowing their hind feet to rotate backward and maintain grip even in this inverted position. Watch them in your mind's eye as they move down the trunk like flowing water, controlled and confident, claws gripping bark, body pressed close to the tree, entirely at home in this seemingly precarious position. Most animals must back down trees or jump, but red pandas simply walk down headfirst as easily as they climbed up. The soles of their feet hold another secret. They do not have bare paw pads like many mammals. Instead, thick fur covers the soles of their feet. This fur serves multiple purposes. It provides extra insulation from the cold, particularly important when they're walking on ice-crusted branches or snow-covered tree limbs. But it also enhances their grip on slippery, moss-covered bark. That soft fur molds itself to the texture of the surface, creating friction where smooth paw pads might slide. Hidden within that fur, between their foot pads, are scent glands that secrete a colorless liquid as they walk, automatically marking their trails with their signature scent, leaving an invisible map of their movements for other red pandas to read. Drift now like a red panda settling into sleep, curled in the crook of a branch, tail wrapped around you like the softest blanket, the gentle sway of the tree rocking you deeper into rest, safe in the canopy, high above the world below. Though red pandas live largely solitary lives, they are not silent creatures. They possess a rich language of sound and scent that allows them to communicate across the distances of their mountain forests, maintaining connections even when they cannot see one another. Red pandas have at least 7 distinct vocalizations, each serving a different purpose in their social lives. Research has identified growls, barks, squeals, bleats, hoots, grunts, and twitters, a surprisingly complex vocabulary for such solitary animals. Listen now in your imagination to these sounds echoing through the bamboo. The sharp bark that serves as an alarm call, warning of danger approaching. The squeal, a high-frequency cry of distress made when under attack. The grunt, a low rumbling sound exchanged during close encounters. During the breeding season, their vocal behavior increases dramatically. The most distinctive sound is called a huff-quack, a unique vocalization that resembles a combination of a soft purr and a bird-like chirp. This remarkable sound is heard most frequently during mating season, between January and March in the Northern Hemisphere, when males and females must locate each other across their overlapping territories. The huff-quack carries through the forest, advertising reproductive readiness and intent, allowing these solitary creatures to find one another in the dense bamboo thickets where visibility is limited. Another common sound is the twitter, a compound, high-frequency, modulated call that both sexes produce during breeding season, though males twitter more frequently than females. Mothers also use gentle twittering sounds to communicate with their cubs, reassuring them as they begin to explore beyond the safety of the nest. Bleats, low-frequency, rapidly repeated syllables similar to twitters, are sometimes produced alongside scent-marking behavior or before mating attempts, suggesting they play a role in courtship communication. But sound is only part of their communication system. Red pandas are heavily reliant on scent marking to navigate their social world. They possess multiple scent glands distributed across their bodies. On their chest, near the base of their tail, anal glands, and on the bottoms of their feet between the paw pads. These glands produce chemical signatures unique to each individual, conveying information about identity, sex, reproductive status, and health. Like invisible messages written in the forest, these scent marks persist long after the panda has moved on, creating a network of chemical communication that transcends time. They mark their territories by rubbing their bodies against trees, rocks, and other prominent objects, transferring scent from their glands onto these surfaces. Watch them work. They approach a tree trunk, often one that other pandas have marked before, and systematically rub their chest, sides, and hindquarters against the bark. Sometimes they also perform a behavior called wadding, walking backwards while dragging their anal glands across a surface, leaving an especially concentrated scent trail. The number of waddles per mark can vary, with more waddles typically indicating higher motivation or intensity of the marking behavior. Places marked by other red pandas are thoroughly sniffed and licked, each individual reading the chemical messages left by others who pass this way. This investigation isn't casual. They spend considerable time examining marks, their sensitive noses and specialized tongue structures extracting detailed information from the scent. They can determine not just who left the mark, but when it was left and what that individual's reproductive status might be. During breeding season, these scent marks become especially important, helping males locate receptive females and helping females signal their fertility. Female scent marking increases significantly during the breeding season, a dramatic shift in behavior that reflects the importance of chemical communication and reproduction. Research on captive red pandas has shown that females mark more frequently when they're in estrus, advertising their fertile state to potential mates. Males responding to these signals may travel considerable distances, following scent trails through the forest, using the marks as a map leading them toward reproductive opportunities. After mating occurs, vocal exchanges and scent marking quickly decrease as both individuals return to their independent, solitary lifestyles. Rest now in the quiet forest, breathing in the scent of pine and bamboo, feeling the cool mountain air, knowing that all around you invisible messages are written in scent and sound, a language older than words, connecting solitary souls across the wilderness. As the seasons turn and winter approaches the mountain forests, something profound awakens in the red panda, the ancient rhythm of reproduction that has repeated for countless generations. Let us witness now this most intimate part of their lives, the continuation of their kind. The mating season occurs once a year, typically from mid-January through March in the Northern Hemisphere, when daylight begins to lengthen after the winter solstice. This timing is not random but carefully orchestrated by nature. Females come into estrus as photoperiod increases, their bodies responding to the slowly lengthening days, preparing for reproduction during a window that will ensure cubs are born when conditions are most favorable. In the Southern Hemisphere, this shifts to June through August, always timed so that birth occurs during the warmer months when food is abundant and survival prospects are highest. But the window of opportunity is remarkably narrow. Females are only fertile for 1 to 3 days per year, a brief moment when conception is possible. During this time, a single female may attract multiple males who compete for mating rights, sometimes engaging in aggressive displays or brief fights. The female, though receptive, remains selective, choosing the male she deems most fit. Males and females typically associate for only a few days during this period, long enough to mate but no more. Mating occurs on the ground rather than in trees, despite their arboreal nature, with pairs coming together briefly before parting ways again. After mating, the male's role ends entirely. He will not participate in raising the cubs, will not help build a nest, will not provide protection or food. From this moment forward, the female is entirely on her own, facing the challenges of pregnancy, birth, and cub rearing with no assistance from her mate. This solitary approach to parenting is typical of red pandas and reflects their fundamentally independent nature. The pregnancy that follows is complicated by a fascinating reproductive strategy. Red pandas experience delayed implantation, a phenomenon where the fertilized embryo does not immediately attach to the uterine wall. Instead, it remains in a state of suspended animation, floating freely in the uterus for weeks or even months before finally implanting and beginning to develop. This delay allows the female's body to time the birth perfectly, regardless of when mating actually occurred. Gestation can range anywhere from 98 to 162 days, a remarkably wide variation explained by this delayed implantation. The actual development of the embryo takes approximately 50 days once implantation occurs, but the total time from mating to birth varies depending on how long the embryo remained dormant. As birth approaches, the female's behavior changes noticeably. About 6 weeks before giving birth, females become lethargic, spending more time resting, eating less frequently, moving more slowly through their territories. This behavioral shift signals to researchers and caretakers that birth is approaching. The female then begins the important work of nest building. She selects a denning site, usually a hollow tree, a cavity in a log or stump, or a sheltered rock crevice, and carefully constructs a nest using materials gathered from nearby: twigs, sticks, branches, bits of bark, leaves, grass, moss, anything soft that can provide insulation and comfort. She works alone, carrying materials in her mouth, arranging them carefully to create a warm, secure space where her vulnerable newborns will spend their first months of life. And then, in the privacy of this carefully prepared den, the cubs are born. Litters typically consist of 1 to 4 cubs, though 1 or 2 is most common. These tiny creatures enter the world in a state of profound helplessness. They are fully furred, their bodies already covered in the soft hair that will eventually become their magnificent coat, but they are completely blind, their eyes sealed shut, and will remain so for weeks. They weigh only about 4 to 5 ounces at birth, roughly the weight of an apple, utterly dependent on their mother for warmth, protection, and nourishment. Feel yourself wrapped now in the safety of the den, darkness surrounding you, the warmth of your mother's body close, her heartbeat a steady rhythm that defines your entire world. Nothing to do but sleep and grow, secure in absolute trust. In those first days and weeks, the mother rarely leaves her cubs. She nurses them frequently, grooms them with her tongue, keeps them warm with her body, and watches constantly for any sign of danger. The cubs nurse eagerly, growing rapidly on their mother's rich milk, gaining weight and strength with each passing day. Then around day 18, approximately 2 to 3 weeks after birth, the cub's eyes finally open, revealing the world to them for the first time. Imagine that moment, the gradual flutter of eyelids that have been sealed shut since birth, the first glimpses of light filtering into the den, the blurry outline of their mother's face hovering close. At the same time, their ears open, and suddenly the world gains sound. The rustle of leaves outside the den, their mother's soft breathing, perhaps the distant calls of birds in the forest canopy. The darkness of their first weeks gives way to light and noise, expanding their universe dramatically. But they remain in the den, still too young and vulnerable to face the outside world. For the first 2 to 3 months, the cubs stay primarily in the nest, venturing no further than the entrance, peering out at the green world beyond but not yet brave enough to explore it. During this time, their mother leaves periodically to feed herself, sometimes for hours at a stretch, but she always returns, slipping back into the den to nurse and comfort her babies. The cubs grow stronger, their legs more coordinated, their fur thicker and gradually transforming into the characteristic russet red color of adults. Around 50 to 60 days, approximately 7 to 8 weeks, the cubs begin chewing on bamboo twigs that their mother brings into the nest. This is their first introduction to the food that will sustain them throughout their lives. At first, it's more play than eating, mouthing the fibrous stems, practicing the motions they've watched their mother perform. Sometimes she brings them bamboo leaves she's already chewed, making the tough plant matter easier for their inexperienced mouths to handle. They're still nursing, still dependent on milk for most of their nutrition, but these early experiments with bamboo mark an important developmental milestone. After about 70 days, roughly 10 weeks, out-of-den nursing begins, with the cubs following their mother outside to nurse in the open air. This is their first real venture into the world beyond the nest, and it's both thrilling and terrifying. They stay very close to their mother, never straying far, their eyes wide as they take in the overwhelming complexity of the forest. They see sunlight dappling through leaves, feel wind ruffling their fur, hear the sounds of the living forest all around them. But they quickly retreat back to the safety of the den, not yet ready for extended outdoor adventures. Around 90 days, 3 months of age, solid food begins to be eaten regularly, though the cubs continue nursing alongside their bamboo consumption. The weaning process is gradual, a slow transition from milk to plant matter that takes several more months to complete. The cubs' digestive systems must adapt, their gut bacteria must develop, their teeth must grow strong enough to handle the fibrous bamboo. Their mother teaches them which species of bamboo are most nutritious, how to strip leaves from stems, how to select the tenderest shoots. Weaning is typically completed between 13 and 22 weeks, roughly 3 to 5 months, though the exact timing varies by individual. Even after weaning, the cubs remain with their mother, continuing to learn essential survival skills. She teaches them how to climb efficiently, how to descend trees headfirst using their flexible ankles, which trees have the best branches for sleeping, where to find water during dry seasons, how to recognize the scent marks of other red pandas and what they mean. Cubs reach independence around 8 months of age, though they often stay close to their mother until the next breeding season approaches. At this point, approximately 1 year to 18 months after birth, the young pandas disperse, seeking out territories of their own. The bond between mother and offspring dissolves naturally as the female's body begins preparing for her next reproductive cycle. The young pandas must now apply everything they've learned, finding their own feeding territories, marking their own boundaries, surviving entirely on their own skills and knowledge. Rest now in this knowledge of growth and transformation, of tiny helpless creatures becoming capable adults, of mothers devoted to teaching, of young ones learning patiently generation after generation, the ancient skills of survival passed from parent to child. Once the young red pandas leave their mothers, they enter into the solitary existence that defines adult life for their species. Let us follow them now into this independent phase, understanding how they claim and maintain their place in the mountain forests. Red pandas are generally solitary and territorial as adults, coming together only briefly during the breeding season or occasionally when particularly abundant food sources draw multiple individuals to the same location. But these gatherings are temporary and often tense, with each panda maintaining its personal space even when feeding near others. For most of the year, each red panda lives alone, moving through its territory without companionship, self-sufficient and independent in all things. This solitary nature is not loneliness but simply their way, a life of quiet contemplation among the bamboo and the trees. Each adult establishes and defends a home range, a piece of forest they know intimately and claim as their own. The average home range is about 1 square mile, though this varies depending on the quality of the habitat, the abundance of bamboo, and the density of the red panda population in that area. In China's Wulong Nature Reserve, researchers found that a female's home range measured approximately 0.94 square kilometers, roughly 0.36 square miles, while a male's territory was slightly larger at 1.11 square kilometers, or about 0.43 square miles. In eastern Nepal, studies revealed even more variation, with males occupying larger territories than females. Males typically have larger territories than females, sometimes encompassing the ranges of multiple females. A male's territory might overlap with those of 2 or 3 females, creating a spatial arrangement where the male has potential access to several mates when breeding season arrives. Males travel farther each day than females, Studies in Nepal documented males moving between 660 and 1,473 meters daily, while females traveled 419 to 841 meters. During mating season, both sexes increased their movements significantly, with adults traveling a mean of 795 meters and young adults moving even farther, about 861 meters per day, as they search for mates or explore potential territories of their own. Within these territories, red pandas establish regular routes and favorite resting spots, creating a mental map of their domain. They know where the best bamboo grows, which trees have the most comfortable branches for sleeping, where water can be found during dry seasons, and where the territorial boundaries lie that should not be crossed. Through constant scent marking and regular patrols, they maintain these boundaries, warning away potential intruders while gathering information about their neighbors through the chemical messages left behind. Red pandas reach sexual maturity at around 18 months of age, that threshold when their bodies become capable of reproduction. However, reaching sexual maturity doesn't necessarily mean immediate breeding. Young females often don't successfully breed until their second or third year, when they've fully established their own territories and gained the experience necessary to successfully raise cubs. Young males face even longer waits, as they must compete with older, more established males for mating opportunities and may not win these competitions until they're several years old. In terms of how long they live, the numbers tell different stories depending on whether we look to the wild or to human care. In the wild, red pandas typically live 7 to 10 years, with some sources suggesting the average is closer to 7 years. Life in their natural habitat is challenging. Finding enough food to sustain themselves on their inefficient bamboo diet, avoiding predators, surviving harsh weather, competing for territories, and dealing with diseases and parasites all take their toll. Many red pandas don't survive their first year, and those that do face constant pressures that limit their lifespan. But in captivity, red pandas can live 14 to 18 years, with some individuals reaching even longer. The oldest recorded red panda in human care lived to be nearly 19 years old. Protected from predators, provided with consistent food supplies, given veterinary care when they fall ill, and sheltered from the worst weather, captive red pandas can live more than twice as long as their wild counterparts. This dramatic difference underscores just how difficult survival is in their natural environment and how many dangers they face that we often don't see. Cubs reach their full adult size at around 12 months of age, though they continue to fill out and develop muscle mass for several more months. By their first birthday, they're essentially full-grown, with body proportions matching those of adults. Their tail is fully furred and magnificently ringed, their faces bear the characteristic tear marks, and their russet coat has achieved its full adult coloration. Yet despite looking like adults, they still have much to learn, and many choose to remain near their mother's territory for several more months. gradually expanding their own range while still benefiting from proximity to familiar areas. Settle deeper now into the solitude of the forest, a solitary soul among the trees, your territory known and claimed, your place in the world secure, needing no one, complete unto yourself, at peace and independence. Now that we understand how red pandas live their lives, let us explore the places they call home, the specific mountain ranges and forests where they've made their stand against an ever-changing world. Red pandas are native to the eastern Himalayas and southwestern China, a relatively narrow band of mountainous terrain that stretches across several countries. This is not a species with a vast, continent-spanning range like some animals possess. Instead, they occupy a specific ecological niche in a specific part of the world, making them particularly vulnerable to habitat loss. Their geographic distribution is patchy and fragmented, with isolated populations separated by valleys, rivers, and increasingly by human development. More specifically, their range extends from western Nepal at approximately 81 degrees east longitude all the way to the Minshan Mountains and Upper Min Valley in Sichuan Province, China, at around 104 degrees east, a span of roughly 2,300 kilometers as the crow flies, though their actual occupied habitat forms a much narrower ribbon along suitable mountain slopes. They are found in 5 Asian countries: Nepal, India, specifically in West Bengal, Sikkim, and parts of Arunachal Pradesh, Bhutan, northern Myanmar, and China, though their presence in each country varies dramatically in terms of population size and habitat quality. The altitude at which they live is remarkably specific. Red pandas inhabit elevations ranging from approximately 2,100 to 4,800 meters above sea level, though they are most commonly found between 2,400 and 3,900 meters, roughly 7,900 to 12,800 feet. This puts them firmly in the mountain zone, well above the hot, humid lowlands but below the barren, treeless alpine regions. Research in Nepal has shown that most red panda signs are concentrated between 2,400 and 2,500 meters, with the highest encounter rates around 2,500 to 2,600 meters. Below 2,000 meters, temperatures become too warm and bamboo becomes scarce. Above 4,000 meters, the forest gives way to alpine meadows and rocky slopes where they cannot survive. The importance of the eastern Himalayas to this species cannot be overstated. Almost 50% of all red panda habitat exists in the eastern Himalayas, making this region absolutely critical to the species' survival. Within this region, Nepal holds a particularly important position. Approximately 38% of the total potential red panda habitat worldwide is found in Nepal, despite the country's relatively small size. This concentration of habitat in a single mountainous nation means that conservation efforts in Nepal have outsized importance for the entire species. Areas like Langtang National Park, the Kangchenjunga-Singalila complex, and numerous community forests in eastern Nepal represent crucial strongholds for red panda populations. The forests themselves have a particular character. Red pandas primarily inhabit temperate broadleaf and conifer forests with dense bamboo understories, a very specific habitat type that combines several essential elements. The canopy consists of mixed forests dominated by various oak species, particularly Himalayan oaks like Quercus lamellosa and Quercus semicarpifolia, along with birch, maple, fir, hemlock, and rhododendron trees. Below this canopy, forming the critical understory layer, grow the bamboo species upon which red pandas depend. These forests exist in a climatic zone where temperatures are cool year-round, precipitation is adequate but not excessive, and the forest structure provides the vertical complexity that red pandas need for climbing, sleeping, and escaping predators. Within their range, two distinct subspecies have been recognized. The Himalayan red panda, Ilurus fulgens, and the Chinese red panda, Ilurus fulgens steyani, genetically diverged approximately 250,000 years ago, developing subtle but measurable differences. The Himalayan subspecies, found in Nepal, northeastern India, Bhutan, and southern Tibet, has a straighter facial profile and lighter coloring on the forehead, with ochre-tipped hairs on the lower back and rump. The Chinese subspecies, found in eastern Arunachal Pradesh, Myanmar, and parts of China including Yunnan, Sichuan, and eastern Tibet, tends to be slightly larger and has darker, more richly colored fur. This genetic divergence occurred during the Pleistocene, likely when populations became isolated by changing climates and shifting habitat zones. Feel the cool mountain air on your face now, the thin oxygen of high altitude filling your lungs, mist drifting through ancient forests, the weight of mountains all around, timeless and eternal, a landscape unchanged for millennia. Yet these timeless forests are changing, and the red pandas who call them home face challenges that test their remarkable adaptability. Let us acknowledge now the threats they face and the efforts being made to ensure their survival for generations yet to come. Red pandas have been listed as endangered on the IUCN Red List since 2008. A designation that reflects the serious decline their populations have experienced. The global population is estimated at only around 10,000 individuals, though some estimates range as low as 2,500 due to the difficulty of counting these elusive creatures in their remote mountain habitats. This uncertainty itself is troubling. We cannot even be certain how many remain. What is certain, however, is that their numbers are declining, and that decline shows no signs of slowing without significant conservation intervention. The numbers tell a sobering story. Researchers believe the total population has declined by approximately 50% over the past 2 decades. From the mid-1990s to 2015, half of all red pandas vanished from the mountains. Some studies suggest the decline has been even steeper, with populations dropping by as much as 40% in just the last 2 decades according to other estimates. This rate of decline, if it continues, could push the species toward critical endangerment or even extinction within our lifetimes. The loss is not distributed evenly. Some areas have lost nearly all their red pandas, while others maintain relatively stable populations, creating an increasingly fragmented distribution. The primary threat they face is one shared by countless species worldwide. Habitat destruction is causing the decline in red panda populations, with their forest homes being cleared, fragmented, and degraded at alarming rates. Between 1971 and 1991, the human population within red panda range nearly doubled, bringing with it agricultural expansion, logging operations, road construction, and settlement development. In Sichuan province alone, lumber stock reached 2.6 million cubic meters in just 3 years during the late 1950s, and approximately 3,600 square kilometers of red panda habitat was logged between the mid-1970s and late 1990s. Each tree felled, each forest patch cleared, represents habitat lost forever or requiring decades to regenerate. What makes habitat loss particularly devastating is fragmentation. In Nepal, 70% of red panda habitat lies outside protected areas and is fragmented into 400 small forest patches, isolated islands of suitable habitat separated by unsuitable terrain. Imagine trying to find a mate, maintain genetic diversity, or relocate when food becomes scarce, but the nearest population of your species lives across a valley now filled with farms, roads, and human settlements. This fragmentation prevents gene flow between populations, leads to inbreeding, and makes local extinctions more likely. When a small isolated population suffers a disease outbreak or a particularly harsh winter, there are no immigrants from other areas to replenish their numbers. In the wild, red pandas face natural predators as well, though human-related threats have become far more significant. Their natural predators include snow leopards, clouded leopards, dholes, Asian wild dogs, Asian golden cats, yellow-throated martens, and golden eagles. Snow leopards hunt adult red pandas when they encounter them on the ground or in lower tree branches. Yellow-throated martens are known to kill newborn cubs if they can access the den. Golden eagles can swoop down and carry off young pandas who have ventured too far from protective cover. These predation pressures have shaped red panda behavior over evolutionary time. Their tree-dwelling habits, their camouflage coloring, their vigilance while feeding all reflect adaptations to avoid becoming prey. But increasingly, a new threat has emerged from an unexpected source. Free-roaming domestic dogs pose a major threat to red pandas, both through direct predation and disease transmission. Herders throughout red panda range keep dogs to protect their livestock from wild predators, but these dogs also hunt and kill red pandas. More insidiously, dogs carry diseases to which red pandas have no immunity. Canine distemper virus, spread by domestic dogs, is highly infectious and always fatal to red pandas, representing one of the most serious disease threats the species faces. Dogs also transmit 7 species of gastrointestinal parasites that can weaken or kill red pandas, particularly young or stressed individuals. Another significant threat comes from human exploitation. Red pandas are often killed when they get caught in traps and snares meant for other animals such as wild pigs and deer. They are also deliberately poached for their distinctive pelts, which are sold in local markets in China, Myanmar, and Bhutan. While the international trade in red panda products has decreased since the species was listed under CITES Appendix I in 1995, illegal local trade continues. Additionally, there is a rising illegal pet trade, with red pandas captured live and sold to buyers who want exotic pets, despite the animals suffering tremendously in captivity outside of professional facilities. Rest now knowing that awareness brings hope, that understanding fosters protection, that across the mountains, people are working to save these precious creatures, communities coming together, governments establishing protections, hearts moved by the beauty and vulnerability of life. Yet amid these challenges, there is hope, real, tangible hope born from the dedication of people who refuse to let these remarkable creatures vanish from the earth. Conservation efforts are expanding, communities are mobilizing, and slowly but surely the tide is beginning to turn. Multiple organizations are working to protect red pandas through community-based conservation programs, recognizing that the people who live closest to red pandas must be partners in their protection, not obstacles to overcome. The Red Panda Network, established in 2007, has pioneered a model that empowers local communities in Nepal to serve as active stewards of red panda habitat. They train local people as forest guardians, community members who patrol forests, monitor red panda populations, report illegal activities, and educate their neighbors about conservation. Since the program's inception, hundreds of forest guardians have been trained, and thousands of acres of community forests are now managed with red panda conservation measures in place. In Nepal, conservation efforts have achieved something unprecedented. The world's first protected area dedicated specifically to red pandas was established, the Panchtharailam Tapeljung Pit Red Panda Protected Forest. This community-managed reserve in eastern Nepal, home to the densest red panda population in the country, represents a new model where local communities have both the authority and the responsibility to protect wildlife on their own lands. The success of this model has inspired expansion into other districts throughout Nepal, including remote western regions where red pandas were once abundant but had been nearly forgotten. The Nepali government ratified a comprehensive 5-year red panda conservation action plan in 2019, providing a framework for coordinated national efforts. Beyond Nepal, conservation work is expanding into other range countries. Bhutan developed its first red panda conservation action plan with support from international organizations, marking a commitment to protect the red pandas that live within its mountain forests. In Bhutan, restoration projects have worked with local herding families to restore high-elevation rangelands, reducing pressure on red panda habitat while maintaining traditional livelihoods. Community conservation areas have been established in India's Arunachal Pradesh, where villagers themselves have taken the initiative to protect red panda habitat from disturbance and unsustainable resource extraction. Throughout their range, red pandas are legally protected, and penalties for harming them have been strengthened. In Nepal, anyone found guilty of killing, buying, or selling red pandas faces fines of up to $1,000 and up to 10 years in jail, severe penalties meant to deter poaching and illegal trade. Similar protections exist in India, Bhutan, China, and Myanmar, though enforcement remains a challenge in remote mountain regions where illegal activities can go undetected. Anti-poaching units have been established in key protected areas like Langtang National Park, where trained personnel patrol the forests and work with local communities to prevent wildlife crime. Conservation efforts extend beyond protection to active restoration. Thousands of trees are being planted to restore degraded red panda habitat and reconnect fragmented forest patches. Organizations are working toward ambitious goals. The Red Panda Network aims to plant 150,000 trees in Nepal alone. These aren't random plantings but strategic efforts to create wildlife corridors that allow red pandas to move safely between isolated habitat patches, maintaining gene flow between populations and providing escape routes if local conditions deteriorate. Bamboo, the foundation of the red panda's diet, is being specifically cultivated in restoration areas to ensure that forests can support viable populations. Red pandas hold deep cultural significance throughout their range, which strengthens conservation efforts. In local folklore and tradition, red pandas are considered magical creatures that bring good luck and fortune. An old saying from Rara National Park in Nepal holds that only lucky people are able to see red pandas. If you see them alive, you will receive good news very soon. In western Nepal, shamans historically used red panda fur in their ritual dress, believing it provided protection against evil spirits. In Bhutan, some people consider red pandas to be reincarnations of Buddhist monks. In central Nepal, tribal communities believe that wearing red panda tails or hats made from their fur brings good fortune. While the rarity of red pandas means they're no longer used in these traditional ways, the cultural reverence remains, creating a foundation of positive attitudes toward conservation. Red pandas have significant ecotourism value, attracting visitors from around the world to the eastern Himalayas and providing economic incentives for conservation. Communities that once viewed forests primarily as sources of firewood and timber are discovering that intact forests with healthy red panda populations can generate sustainable income through tourism. Community-based tourism initiatives are being developed that allow visitors to experience red panda habitat while ensuring that benefits flow directly to local people. This creates a powerful economic argument for conservation. Red pandas alive in the forest are worth more than red pandas poached for their pelts. Throughout all these conservation efforts, one truth becomes clear. Every individual action matters in the effort to save this species. Supporting conservation organizations, making sustainable choices, spreading awareness, demanding that companies source products responsibly, these actions ripple outward, creating change far beyond what we can immediately see. The red panda's future is not yet written. It will be determined by choices made in boardrooms and government offices, in mountain villages and urban centers, by people who care enough to act. These fire-colored cats who inhabit the mist-shrouded mountains need advocates, protectors, voices speaking for them in places where they cannot speak for themselves. Their relationship with sunlight reveals another behavioral adaptation. On clear winter days, red pandas climb to the tops of trees to sunbathe, seeking out the highest branches where they can bask in whatever warmth the winter sun provides. There they stretch out, sometimes draped over a branch with all four legs dangling, their dark belly fur absorbing solar radiation, their russet backs glowing in the light. This sunbathing behavior helps them warm up after cold nights without expending precious calories on metabolic heat production, using the free energy of sunlight to raise their body temperature a few critical degrees. Despite their thick insulating fur, their nose remains the only feature fully exposed to the elements, lacking any protective covering. Even the bottoms of their feet have fur. Even their small rounded ears can be pressed flat against their heads, but that black button nose stays exposed, sensitive and vulnerable. This exposed nose is essential for detecting scents, but it also represents a point of heat loss. In extremely cold conditions, you might see a red panda tuck its nose under its tail while sleeping, using that bushy appendage as a built-in nose warmer. In the depths of winter, when temperatures plummet and food becomes scarce, red pandas employ their most dramatic energy-saving strategy. They can become dormant in extremely cold temperatures, lowering their metabolic rate and waking periodically to search for food. During these periods of winter dormancy, they're not quite hibernating. They don't enter the deep, month-long sleep that true hibernators experience. Instead, they enter a state of torpor, reducing their metabolic demands significantly but rousing themselves every few hours to nibble on bamboo, shift position, or check for danger. Their body temperature drops several degrees, their breathing slows, their heart rate decreases. All adaptations that help them survive when the mountain cold would otherwise force them to burn through energy reserves faster than they could replenish them. Feel yourself settling into that same state of peaceful conservation. Your own metabolism slowing, your breathing deepening, your body temperature dropping slightly as you drift towards sleep's embrace. all unnecessary systems powering down, leaving only the essential rhythms of rest. The daily life of a red panda follows predictable patterns, shaped by their unique adaptations and the constant balance between energy intake and expenditure. Red pandas are only active 45 to 49% of the time, less than half their day. The remaining 51 to 55% is spent sleeping, resting, or remaining motionless. This extensive inactivity isn't laziness but necessity. With their low metabolic rate and poor digestion of bamboo, every movement costs precious calories that must be carefully budgeted. So they sleep extensively, rest between feeding sessions, and minimize unnecessary activity. Their day becomes a carefully calculated equation. Eat enough bamboo to survive, but don't move so much that you burn through those meager calories before the next meal. When warm weather arrives, their thermoregulation strategy reverses. In summer, red pandas stretch out lengthwise on branches and pant to lower their body temperature, looking almost liquid as they drape themselves along thick limbs with legs dangling on either side. They seek out the shadiest, coolest spots in their territory, the densest canopy cover, the branches overhanging streams where humid air rises. Their dark belly fur, which helps retain heat in winter, becomes a liability in summer, so they position themselves to maximize exposure to cooling breezes. They may pant rapidly, mouth open, tongue extended, using evaporative cooling to dissipate excess heat, much like a dog on a hot day. The evolutionary history of these creatures stretches back millions of years into the deep past. The red panda family Iluridae appears to have evolved in Europe between 25 and 18 million years ago, during either the late Oligocene or early Miocene periods. Fossil evidence shows that early Ilurids lived across Eurasia and North America, occupying a much broader range than the modern species. These ancient relatives, with names like Amphictus, Alapacosian, and Cimician, were tree climbers with generalized carnivorous diets, already possessing the false thumb that would later become specialized for bamboo handling in the modern species. Over millions of years, as climates changed and continents shifted, most of these lineages went extinct, leaving only a single surviving species in the mountains of Asia. The red panda we know today, a living fossil carrying forward an ancient legacy. Red pandas occasionally exhibit a behavior that suggests foresight and planning. They have been observed hoarding food, tucking away extra bamboo shoots or particularly choice leaves in tree hollows, gaps between branches, or corners of their territory. This caching behavior is most commonly seen in captivity, where caretakers sometimes discover stashes of enrichment treats carefully hidden away. In the wild, where food is abundant during the growing season, hoarding is less necessary, but the instinct remains. A holdover perhaps from times when food security was less certain, or a learned behavior that helps them cope with periods when favored bamboo species are less available. Modern science has unlocked the genetic secrets written in their DNA. The complete red panda genome was sequenced in 2017, allowing researchers to read the instruction manual for building a red panda at the molecular level. This genetic information has revealed fascinating insights into convergent evolution, the process by which unrelated species develop similar features in response to similar challenges. By comparing the red panda genome to the giant panda genome, scientists discovered that both species have modifications to certain limb development genes that may play roles in developing their false thumbs, despite these species evolving this feature independently. The genome also confirms the red panda's placement in its own unique family, genetically distinct from bears, raccoons, and all other carnivores. Their vocal repertoire includes some sounds that are particularly distinctive. One vocalization is called a chutter, described as a cross between a squeak and a growl, typically produced during territorial disputes or aggressive encounters. This sound consists of several syllables uttered in rapid succession, rising and falling in pitch, creating a unique call that carries through the bamboo thickets. When two red pandas meet at a territorial boundary, or when a male encounters another male during breeding season, this chuttering often accompanies their confrontation, each animal announcing their presence and willingness to defend their space. But not all their sounds signal conflict. Red pandas produce very low-pitched rumbles called burbles, while relaxing in groups or grooming each other, soft vocalizations that seem to communicate contentment and social bonding. These gentle sounds, barely audible to human ears, occur during peaceful moments, when captive red pandas groom one another, when a mother tends to her nearly grown cubs, when two individuals who know each other well rest side by side on a comfortable branch. Burbles are the opposite of the harsh alarm barks and defensive chatters. They're the sound of peace, of safety, of family. Play behavior appears most prominently in the young, though adults retain some playfulness throughout their lives. Young red panda cubs engage in wrestling and play chasing, tumbling across branches, play fighting with their siblings, practicing the movements they'll need as adults. They chase each other around tree trunks, their flexible ankles allowing them to spiral up and down at incredible speeds. They pounce on each other from above, roll across the ground in mock combat, and engage in gentle biting and pawing that helps them learn the boundaries of social interaction and develop the physical skills necessary for climbing, feeding, and eventually defending territory. Let yourself become as peaceful as a grooming red panda, as still as one resting in the afternoon sun, feeling the gentle burble of contentment in your chest, all tension dissolving, all worry fading, nothing left but the quiet satisfaction of simply being. As we approach the end of our time together with these remarkable creatures, let us consider a few final details that reveal just how uniquely adapted red pandas are to their mountain existence. Red pandas test odors using the underside of their tongue, which has a cone-like structure for collecting liquid and bringing it close to a gland inside their mouth. This extraordinary adaptation makes them the only carnivore with this particular anatomical feature for scent analysis. When a red panda encounters a scent mark from another individual, they don't just sniff it, they lick it, drawing the liquid scent onto their tongue, where the specialized cone structure captures it and delivers it to the vomeronasal organ. There, specialized receptors analyze the chemical signatures, extracting information about the individual who left the mark, their identity, sex, reproductive status, health, and how recently they passed this way. It's a form of chemical communication so sophisticated it borders on reading another individual's biography through taste. Their gentle nature extends to how they interact with their physical world. Red pandas are remarkably gentle when handling objects with their dexterous paws, whether manipulating bamboo stems during feeding, exploring novel items in their environment, or caring for their young. Watch them use those nimble fingers, equipped with that opposable false thumb. They grasp with precision rather than force. They turn items carefully to examine them from different angles. They handle even fragile objects without crushing or dropping them. This gentleness reflects both their fine motor control and their generally non-aggressive temperament. Even when play fighting, young red pandas pull their bites and moderate their strength, rarely causing injury to their playmates. Field observations have revealed interesting details about their foraging strategies. Red pandas often walk on fallen logs because it gives them easier access to bamboo leaves, allowing them to reach vegetation at a comfortable height without bending low to the ground or stretching high into shrubs. These logs serve as natural elevated platforms, highways through the forest that pandas patrol regularly, stopping to clip leaves from bamboo culms growing beside the log. This behavior was documented through radio collar studies of wild red pandas, researchers following their movements and discovering these regularly used routes. It's a small detail, but it illustrates how red pandas learn to move through their environment efficiently, minimizing energy expenditure while maximizing access to food. Finally, we must remember their ecological importance. Red pandas help balance forest ecosystems by providing food for their natural predators and by regulating bamboo populations. Without red pandas and other bamboo consumers, certain bamboo species might grow unchecked, potentially overwhelming other plant species and reducing forest biodiversity. By consuming bamboo, red pandas keep these aggressive plants in check, allowing a more diverse understory to flourish. And though it seems harsh, their role as prey for snow leopards, golden cats, and other carnivores represents an essential energy transfer in the food web. The calories they extract from bamboo flow upward through the food chain, sustaining predators that might otherwise face starvation. They are threads in a vast ecological tapestry, connected to everything around them, their presence maintaining balances we're only beginning to understand. And so we complete our journey through the life of the red panda, from their discovery by humans in 1825 to the conservation challenges they face today, from their first helpless moments in the den to their solitary adulthood in the mountain forests. These fire-colored creatures, neither truly bear nor truly raccoon, but something wonderfully unique, living their quiet lives among the bamboo and mist. They remind us that the world contains countless marvels, that evolution creates solutions of stunning elegance, that even small creatures have complex inner lives deserving of our respect and protection. Close your eyes now and see them one last time in your imagination. A red panda curled on a branch at dawn, wrapped in its ringed tail, the mountains just beginning to emerge from darkness, mist rising from the valleys below, the first light touching its russet fur and turning it to flame. It yawns, stretches, begins another day of the endless cycle, eat, rest, climb, sleep, that has sustained its kind for millions of years and will, we hope, continue for millions more. Let this image carry you into sleep, into dreams, into the peaceful rest you deserve. The red pandas sleep now too, somewhere in the mountains of Asia, curled safe in their trees, breathing slowly, hearts beating steadily, at peace in their ancient forests. And you are at peace too, here in this moment, this breath, this gentle drift toward unconsciousness. Rest now. The red pandas sleep, and so may you. Good night. Good night. Good night.